All right, it is the new year. It is January 1st, 2026. Welcome to Unfiltered Thoughts. My name is V, aka V the Plug. I am so excited to be here in the new year. I am not recording this podcast on a video this time because I am looking for this podcast to just be unfiltered, consistent, and I am starting a new journey this year doing 75 hard. It is I wouldn't say it's extreme, but it is a disciplined schedule that makes you follow through. So here's what 75 here's what 75 hard is. You work out 2 times a day, 45 minutes. You drink a gallon of water. You pick a diet that you're going to stick with. For me, it is going to be gluten-free every day. And the last thing, read 10 pages a day from a book of your choice. This is usually a self-help book. And so I have committed to doing this, but I've also added doing this podcast because at first I wasn't going to even do 75 hard. I said, I don't really need to do 2 workouts a day. And forgive me, I did not tell you that one of the workouts has to be indoor and one of the workouts has to be outdoor. So today I decided to go for a kind of like a walk hike. I went to Mount Rubidoux in Riverside. That is a well-known spot. Pretty moderate, easy. And then I just got done with my gym workout here at my apartment complex. Luckily, I have access to a little gym. And I just did some weight work. My 2 goals for my workouts is running outside or walking or hiking. And then indoor would be weights. I'm really looking to correct my form and get better at weightlifting. And I'm going to add I'm going to add that I'm going to do Pilates for my indoor workout too, because Pilates is actually really a strength training / stretch exercise that really, I feel good when I do Pilates. I feel like I am using my core, using my muscles, and I'm using my body weight to get toned and all on top of stretching. So I'm a big Pilates fan. So shout out to all the Pilates fans out there. So that's what's going on over here for my new year. Starting off, I'm feeling very grateful because, believe it or not, this past 2025, I have been searching for a consistent job or a consistent client. And I wanted to stay in the space of podcasting and hosting. Those are 2 of my favorite things. And I have been on the lookout for jobs and opportunities, and nothing fell through this past year. I mean, there was small projects that I worked on, but nothing that really grew my income to where I needed it to be. So every year, towards the end and beginning, I decide to really go over my finances, my personal goals. What was I successful at? What did I do that I didn't do the prior year before? I like to look at the good things first, and instead of like looking at, what didn't I do? And that really, looking at the list of things that I accomplished, was more self growth for myself this past year. It was more like I have come to terms with where I'm aligned at. And so last year I was looking for and starting the year off with, I'm going to be a part of communities and circles of people that are more aligned with my values. And a big thing on my list was I want to get closer to God. I want to strengthen my relationship with my creator. And I felt like I lacked knowledge of the Bible and who God is and who Jesus is. And it really, if I share, if I pray and if I share things about believing in God and encouraging others to have faith, it's like you can't really encourage others about your faith in God if you don't know him. And the way we get to know him is by reading the Bible and the word, the stories that he made an impact on people in the Bible. Though their stories are examples of how we should be living today. And so I feel like it really grew spiritually by starting to read the Bible from the beginning. And this was like probably, I want to say in the middle of the year, I started really reading the Bible. And before I would just do gratitude journals and I would pray. And yeah, I would just kind of do that. And I feel like I really came to terms with being a part of a women's community that really valued their faith, their business, and their goals. And so I'm excited that I grew in that area. But also another part of, I'm going to actually grab my journal that I wrote in because I kind of wrote down what type of woman that I want to be for 2026. And I came up with some words that explained how I am feeling about going into this next year. Last year, it was all about being a part of more communities, getting closer to God, and finding that alignment with work, my faith, and the people around me. And I feel like the last year I found that. And this year, now that it is aligned, I want to take it a step further. And I really want to work on using my voice more now that I am confident and feel more aligned with my purpose, which is leading. That is one word this year that I am fixated on. I am a woman who is of authority. I know what I want and I'm standing firmly in what I believe in. I am a woman who is really working on stewardship and ease and flow and walking and speaking boldly. Those are a lot of words, but I'm trying to break it down in the best way possible. So one of the words in 2025 that stuck out to me as I was working on just my business and how I really want to live in alignment with my values, right? And I think that what do I want to say? I think things change. We can say that we want to do things, right? But when we're not in alignment with those things that we say we're going to do, the action is not going to happen. And so this year is the first year that I feel aligned with my soul, with my faith, with my purpose, with my talent, with my skills. I'm not second guessing myself. I'm not I don't have that imposter syndrome that I once had. And I am firm belief that I am going to do the things that I say I'm going to do. And the reason why is because I feel this word of embodiment. And to be embodied means that you're living in alignment with what you say, you feel, and believe. I'm not just, I don't just say that I'm confident, but I am, when I'm around different people and doing different things, I'm going to radiate that energy. I'm going to sound like all the things that I say that I want versus just acting or not really feeling it. I'm going to just read off to you what I wrote down here about embodiment. The work of embodiment means learning to reconnect with your body, emotions, and intuition rather than living only from your mind. I resonate with this so much because I was misaligned before. I wanted to do podcasting. I wanted to vlog. I wanted this business to help women share their story and do it in a way that really connects with others and makes an impact out there. And I couldn't do that if I wasn't fully present and aligned with myself. We sometimes have to understand how to reconnect with our body. Our body and our mind might be telling us something. God might be telling us something, and we are not listening to our body and our emotions and our intuition for some reason, because we're not ready for it sometimes. And so to get to that point, to live up to your truth, not only from your mind, but from your calling, from God, from these signs that you're getting. And I was getting those signs a lot of the last few years. And it wasn't till this past year that it really clicked that, I have to embody not only the vision in my mind, but everything in me I have to put to work. I have to put to, how do I want to say this? I have to use my voice. I have to use everything in me, my resources, to get to the end goal. And so this word, embody and embodiment, is really the alignment between your inner truth and your outer expressions. How are you telling the stories that to others and connecting with others, that you really feel? I think a lot of the times, and you guys can answer this question, when you've had friends and maybe you're not really feeling like explaining, like they're like, oh, how are you doing? Or how's your day been? And really you're not feeling good about something. It might be something from work or something, a situation that you're battling internally. And really, I believe that every person in your life serves as someone to give you advice or give you a sign or to bring awareness to whatever your current reality is. God puts people in our life for a reason and gives us resources. And when we don't communicate and speak our truth, we can't receive the blessings that are for us and that God is giving us. And so I just want to say that don't be afraid to speak your truth, talk about your problems, and it's okay to stay private about some stuff, but you will feel this anxious feeling or this feeling inside where you're going to have to voice in some moments. And that's what I've come to terms with. I'm a pretty outspoken person, but I've always wanted to keep silent about different things in my life because I don't want to make a big deal about things that, I can take. Sometimes we take things in our life that are negative, that aren't the most positive, and we brush it under the carpet. We brush it underneath, the surface of who people see us as. And it's such an unhealthy way internally to really grow and develop. And so I think I'm going to end it there, where I don't know if this has helped anybody, but if it has, this is where I'm at in 2026, starting my new year, 75 hard. These are some of the things that I've been writing, I've been thinking on, and I am going into the new year with an open mind, looking to be more present with things that are for me, going into ease and flow, being of stewardship and leadership to others around me, using my resources and using my voice to really bring awareness to things and be a light to people. So thank you so much for listening to this Unfiltered Thoughts. This podcast is exactly that, speaking from the heart, speaking from my experience and sharing my journey with you. Please leave a comment below, rate it 4 or 5 stars. No, I'm just kidding. Rate it what you think. Rate it, and you can follow me at V the Plug, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. So you're getting an episode every day of this 75 hard challenge that I'm doing, and most likely this will go on past that, but this is just for me to keep my word, stay consistent, and see where this goes. All right, I will see you. No, I won't see you because we're not on video. I will talk to you guys on the next episode. Bye.